here, and welcome to our virtue pick, the focus for today. And it's a great word. Let's just see what it is. It's wonder. So we may never have thought about, at least I didn't, when I first saw this intense list of virtues that are common to every culture and philosophy in the world. But after reading the description and thinking about this, there's a lot to be said for this virtue. So let's read the description first, and then we'll talk about it. So wonder is being open to the beauty and mysteries of life. It's our soul's appreciation for what is precious and inspiring. When we look at the grandeur of nature, fully present, fully present to the moment, it can move us deeply. When we live reflectively, we delight in the signs and wonders that appear in our lives. We are alert to synchronicities that point us toward a decision or give us deeper insight into the truth. Wonder makes our lives simply wonderful. So, a beautiful description, and there's a lot to be thought about here. I'm thinking, first off, a lot of us, as we get older, we lose a certain amount of this virtue of wonder, of being surprised by or excited by the simplest things of life. And one of the ways that we can work on that I've found anyway, is to become more present in this moment. This is the only time that we have. We don't have, the past is gone, and we don't have the future. We only have what is right now. And so when we're fully present in this moment, we really can appreciate the things that we receive, whether they're things that we see or taste or touch or whatever the case might be in that fashion. But, how are we seeing those things? And if we can see them as beautiful things, as things that are good, that things that are that we experience as an awe kind of inspiring kind of experience, then this virtue of wonder comes into play even more. I'm especially excited about the idea of seeing the signs that the universe gives us, that it's working well with us. So when I say that, I have to premise all of this with, I do believe in the law of attraction, and I do believe that the things that we think are the things that we create. And so if we're thinking very negative thoughts, then, things that appear to us become negative. And if we're on the more positive side and optimistic side, and see things as in this present moment, and accept what we have and be joyful with what we have and appreciate what we have, then our ability to practice this virtue of wonder becomes even more distinct. So for instance, I don't know about you, but have you ever driven to a place that you drive to on a regular basis, and you go through the traffic lights and you get stopped at every single light? I know that's happened to me too. And it can be discouraging, right? But then on another day, you go through and every single light opens up to you just as you pull in. You have no use for the brakes that day. It just keeps going. And, and that's something that makes us stop, right? And I would just suggest that some of these synchronicities, and maybe it's not just about getting traffic lights to go our way, but other parts of our life are the same. And sometimes we overlook those things. So any situation that we have that comes to us, I think one of the best questions that we can ask ourselves, that I'm learning anyway to ask, is, what is the gift here that that's available to me? What is it that is what is it that's been given to me, and what can I learn from it? What is the gift? And we don't know what the gift is sometimes. In fact, sometimes it looks like it's not a gift at all, that it's something that's not so good. But if we can still take the time to reflect, live in the present moment, appreciate the things that we have, and see the things that come our way as things that we have created in our own mind and our own thoughts, and see the things that occur and come to us not as good or bad, but simply as what we've attracted. And now it becomes a sign of what is to come, and what can appear in our lives is, created by us. So, it's one of those areas that, not everybody's going to agree on that this is true, but I believe that in this law of attraction, and I believe that when we have the mindset of making sure that our thoughts are positive, and that we are seeing gifts and such in the things that come to us, that the practice of wonder becomes a lot easier. So that's my thoughts about that today. How do we teach our kids about that? How do we teach our kids the practice of wonder? I think they're born with it, right? They stand over a little ant colony and they're so excited. They see a new bug, they're so excited. They see rushing a river or a creek, and there's mud to play, and there's all kinds of things, and they're very present in that moment, and they're contemplating all the good things that are happening and enjoying those things. And I think one of the best things that we can do as a parent in those times is to get down and do the same thing with them, because that is a wonderful way of being totally present in the moment and very playful and enjoying the life that we have right now at this moment. And we help our kids to see that, right? And help them to learn how to think in a more positive way, and to maintain that playful, present way of living. Because it's very easy for us as adults to become what I would call realists, and insist that our child get into the real world and stop being in that world of wonder. There's a lot of enjoyment there. So that's my thoughts. I don't know. What do you think about this virtue of wonder? I'd be very interested in hearing. So keep practicing all the virtues, and until next time, keep practicing the 4 C's of successful families, and that is clarity, communication, consistency, and community. All right, everybody, thank you very much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.